Well, yes, several BJP workers are still holding up. I'll ask my camera person to just zoom, onto that side. You see BJP flags and workers still holding up. Some of them have dispersed, some are still holding up. I'll try and quickly speak to a couple of BJP workers if you can just go that side. Several BJP workers who are still trying to hold up with the party flags and trying to challenge the police people. कहाँ से आए? कहाँ से आए? कहाँ से आए?
हम लोग बर्धमान से आया, बर्धमान बीरभूम सारा बंगाल से आया।
आप कहाँ से आए?
आप काटवा से आया।
अच्छा,
কাটোয়া से आया। আমাদের প্রোগ্রামটা ছিল আমাদের ঘোষিত প্রোগ্রাম। সেখানে দিদি যেভাবে পুলিশকে ব্যবহার করছে যে আমরা শান্তিপূর্ণ একটা ডেপুটেশন দেব আমাদের।
কোথায় যাবে? নবান্ন?
আমরা নবান্ন যাওয়ার জন্য আমাদের এসে আমরা চোর, আমরা রাজ্যের বুকে যত চোরের আমদানি হয়েছে নবান্নের বুকে, আমরা সেই চোরগুলোকে নবান্ন থেকে নামাবার জন্য আমাদের আজ এই কর্মসূচি। আমরা আগামী দিনে 14 থানা থেকে নামিয়ে
So these are the BJP workers as you see. कहाँ से आए दादा?
हम तो यही हावड़ा में रहते हैं।
अच्छा,
रामेश्वर मलयालम।
अच्छा, तो आप लोग कितना देर से इधर पे प्रोटेस्ट कर रहे हैं और आप लोग क्या जगह छोड़ के जाएंगे या रुकेंगे इधर पे?
अभी हम लोग जब तक है तब तक हम लोग रुकेंगे।
अच्छा, शुभेंदु अधिकारी को अरेस्ट किया गया है। बहुत सारे बीजेपी के कार्यकर्ताओं को अरेस्ट किया गया है। सुकांत मजूमदार अभी भी बैठे हुए इधर पे, क्या कहेंगे?
क्योंकि ये जो दलाल पुलिस है, अभी कुछ दिन पहले धर्मतल्ला चलो हुआ था तो उसमें यही पुलिस उनका स्वागत कर रही थी, उनको बिरयानी खिला रही थी और अंडा भात खिला रही थी। आज हम लोग शांतिपूर्वक जब ये प्रदर्शन कर रहे हैं तो हम लोगों को लाठीचार्ज किया जा रहा है, आंसू गैस से छोड़ा जा रहा है।
So the BJP workers are angry, they are agitated. As you see, they are doing dharna over here, and this BJP workers are assembling out here. They are all on the ground, not leaving this spot. They are not leaving this spot, and they are all there holding up. So they are saying they will not be leaving this spot. We will try and go and get a sense of Sukant Majumdar, the BJP leaders who are still there holding up. They are saying they will not be leaving this spot. And they're still doing their protest, their demonstration, and they're not willing to leave. There's massive deployment of police people. Arrangements are now being made to ensure that Sukant Majumdar can safely be taken into preventive detention. Mind you, Sukant Majumdar is protesting over there. I'll try and go that side. Massive deployment of forces out here. Police people now inching closer towards Sukant Majumdar, the state BJP president, and in all likeness, Sukant Majumdar will be picked up in that very vehicle. Sukant Majumdar is leading this protest, and Sukant Majumdar hasn't left this spot. So Sukant Majumdar, Agrimitra Paul, they are all holding up at Howrah Maidan area. And these protesters have also left the spot. These protesters haven't left the spot. Sukant Majumdar is also there at the center. BJP workers are also there. Agrimitra Paul hasn't left the spot. So overall, there is massive tension which has in a way gripped this entire area of Maidan, as these BJP workers are not willing to leave this spot. Their leaders are still here. We have been given to understand the protest in Shatragachi is also on, and Suvendu Adhikari has been taken into preventive detention. He has been arrested in Kolkata. He could not reach Shatragachi from where he was supposed to lead a protest rally. So at this point in time, preparations are now underway to, in a way, take Sukant Majumdar from that spot, Sukant Majumdar away from that spot, and remove him from the spot, because unless the leader is being removed, the other BJP workers are possibly not willing to leave the spot. So there is anger which had spilled onto the street, and these BJP workers are decided that they will not leave the spot unless their leaders leave this position. So at this point in time, yes, there is massive tension building up. The protesters are still holding up. There is a sustained tension which is on, and we have seen a brief moment when BJP workers came face to face with police people. Police people had tried using tear gas shells to disperse the crowd. Water cannons were fired. Mild Laathi charge happened. Forces had tried pushing the protesters away, but the BJP workers are still there at the spot, and Sugandha Majumdar, Agnimitra Paul, they are still there at the center of this protest. They are not leaving the spot, and they are very much there, sitting on their dharna. So now police people are trying to speak to them, negotiate with them if they are willing to leave this spot. If they leave this spot, so negotiations are now on. As you see, police people talking to Sugandha Majumdar and Agnimitra Paul and other BJP leaders, asking them to leave the spot, leave the area. But then Sugandha Majumdar is very much over there, seated on the road. Agnimitra Paul is still seated on the road, and they are saying they would continue with the protest under all and any circumstances. Back to you.
Right, Tamal, stay on with us. We are staying live with these visuals coming in from Howrah, where the protest is only intensifying. Sugandha Majumdar is staging a sit-in protest from where Tamal is reporting. Remember, Suvendu Adhikari and Locket Chatterjee already have been detained, but the BJP workers are holding the ground. They have been able to maintain momentum, and the protest only seems to be intensifying despite water cannons being used to disperse them. Massive barricading has been put up, and there's a massive deployment on ground of the forces who are stopping the BJP workers from moving forward, because the West Bengal Police has made it clear that there will be no gherav of the Secretariat. Meanwhile, BJP has hit out at Mamata government. It has alleged that the BJP workers are being stopped from carrying out a peaceful protest, that the TMC government and the TMC police is crushing this protest of the BJP workers, which is a peaceful protest as is being claimed by the Bharatiya Janata Party. You can see a massive gathering on the streets of the BJP workers who are participating in the Nabanna Chalo Abhijan. And there are some big questions that in fact are being posed to the TMC. Is this crackdown justified? The kind of force that is being used by the officers, is that justified against a protest which was peaceful? Remember, there were in fact also reports that came in of clashes that broke out between the BJP and TMC workers, and the BJP alleges that the TMC workers were behind the attacks. TMC alleges that BJP is provoking its cadre. TMC has also leveled some sensational allegations that BJP has appealed its workers to take up arms, that the BJP is only intending to create ruckus and to spread unrest in the state of West Bengal. Those, of course, are political allegations and counter allegations being leveled by both political parties.